Michael Carter Williams is able to do something that no other player in NBA history was able to do. And on a surface level, that sounds great. How many players have that been in NBA history and I was able to do something that nobody else was able to do? Nah, this is really a negative because Michael Carter Williams peaked in the first game of his NBA career.
Tragic.
On October 30th of 2013, this is the stat line of the very first game of his career. 3 rebounds and 1 steal away from a quadruple double. And to add the cherry on top of things, this was against LeBron and defending champion Miami Heat. Now, Kenny, how do we know that this was the peak? How do we know that he's never had a game as good as this? First of all, look at the stat line, dog. You know Michael Carter Williams. Look at the stat line. But secondly, there's this thing named game score. That is a stat that gives a rough measure of a player's productivity for a single game. The average score is about a 10, and an excellent game, an outstanding, one of the greatest performances of all time is about a 40. There's a formula you could go through. We don't really care about that. And if you were to look at MCW's highest game score game of his career, it is that game. The first game of his NBA career. And boy, did he have us all fooled. I want to remind you, this is the first year of the trust the process Philadelphia 76ers. A couple months before this, they traded away their all-star Drew Holiday to get Nerlens Noel, and they completely bought into the tank like no other team has ever done before. And they were bad. I mean, they were really bad. They won a total of 19 games.
Patrick, do you know what this thing is?
Stinky. But again, Michael Carter Williams was the one bright spot of this entire season. There are so many different articles that break down the best debuts in NBA history. This year's Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero, dropped 25, 5, and 5 in his debut. The only other rookie to do that in their debut was LeBron James. Wilt Chamberlain dropped 43 points. But if you look at every single one of these articles, everybody agrees that the greatest debut in the history of this sport was Michael Carter Williams on that day. And though we focusing on this one game, this happened his entire rookie season. He led all rookies that year in points, assists, rebounds, and steals. Now, I know that's a lot, but I do want to remind you, this is the year that Anthony Bennett ended up getting drafted, one of the worst lotteries in the history of basketball. And his averages that season of 16, 6, and 6, there's only 2 other players in history to do that as a rookie, and those people are Magic Johnson and the big O Oscar Robertson. And he had us all fooled because I personally thought Michael Carter Williams was about to be that guy. A 6'6" point guard that could get to the rim, that's elite at playmaking, good on-ball defense. He flamed out very fast.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
And this is why I always say that Sam Hinkie is a prophet, because he had this dude average 16, 6 assists, break a lot of rookie stats. And a year and a half into his NBA career, Sam Hinkie shipped him off to the next team. Everybody was confused on why they traded the former Rookie of the Year. He saw the writing on the wall that Michael Carter Williams was not built like that. But listen, I was still on the team. I thought that he was still about to be nice because he got traded to Milwaukee Bucks. And guess who was coaching that team? Jason Kidd. And the amount of times I watched this 76er team play that season and hear commentators compare him to Jay Kidd, it was over with. He plays like Jay Kidd, and I was being coached by Jay Kidd. This man is about to go crazy. He didn't. Yeah, you know he didn't. But he'll never be forgotten because putting up that kind of stat line against LeBron James and Dwayne Wade as a rookie is something that nobody will be able to beat anytime soon.